campus of Brigham Young University for tonight's United Soccer League match between the visiting Fresno Fuego and your BYU Cougars.
Hi and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Southfield in Provo, Utah, where today's match features the BYU Cougars versus the visiting team Fresno Fuego. We want to talk about some key players for tonight's match. First, we want to mention Junior Latte, an experienced defender for the BYU Cougars who's got great defense. He's a solid tackler, and he's one of those captains of this team. Also, we want to talk about next, Brendan Ottman. He's coming back from a one-game suspension after receiving a red card in last game's match. You know, it's going to be exciting to see if he's ready to play tonight. You know, he might have some jitters after not playing a game, and we'll see if he can actually, you know, hold off those attacking attackers from Fresno. And then we want to mention just the wall. Ethan Myers, also an experienced defender, one of the captains of this team, and he's going to be trying to take control of the field tonight, making sure guys are in the right place, making sure they're in their gaps, making sure that ball's moving upfield and trying to get some goals in the net. And lastly, let's talk about Coach Gillen. You know, after last season where BYU didn't win a single game, Coach Gillen, you know, he's brought the BYU Cougars around. He's won 2 games this season, 2 ties, and only 2 wins, 2 losses, and 3 ties. And I think his strategy here is going to be tonight, some key factors to the game, is going to be sending extra attackers into the Fresno's defensive box. He's going to want to get those goals in the net early on and shots on goal. Also, he's going to want to protect the D gaps. Fresno has some amazing counterattacks they're going to send in when they see those BYU defenders pull up in the offensive end. And lastly, let's talk about the Fresno lineup. They got some great players on defense. They got Bruno Brumati, Trevor Spurgeon, Sergi News, Elliot Horde. Midfielders, they got Abram Campos, Diego Medina, Milton Blanco, and Arnaldo Juba Capriano, and Alvaro Nogales as well at midfielder, and Christian Chani at forward. And at goalie, it's Agustin Ray. You know what I've heard of this great team, Fresno Fuego, they are the #1 division leader. They got 4 wins, 2 losses, and no ties, no draws this season. It's going to be exciting to see if BYU can pull out a win tonight. It's a great night for a soccer match. Great weather, slight breeze. The pitch is perfect. Great to have you with us. Thanks for being with us tonight. We'll take you over to center field right now to get ready for the night.
Number 24, Brendan Ottman. Defender from Spanish Fork, number 3, Jaden Wagoner. Forward from Akron, Ohio, number 4, Josh Hunter. Defender from Dallas, Texas, number 5, Ethan Myers. Defender from Orem, number 13, Junior Latte. Midfielder from Sandy, number 17, Taylor.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the realm watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Match featuring the BYU Cougars versus Fresno Fuego. Hi and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Southfield in lovely Provo, Utah, where the BYU Cougars will be facing Fresno Fuego. Beautiful evening tonight for a soccer match featuring, like I said, two great teams. Fresno Fuego is the leading division leader so far, and BYU right now is in last place, but they're looking to steal a win tonight from, like I said, the ever so caliente Fresno Fuego. You know, it'll be interesting to see tonight the goaltender for BYU, Brendan Ottman, number 24, after he's been suspended for one game after a red card. This is going to be his first game back. It'll be interesting to see how he plays tonight as the keeper for BYU. You know, I'm sure he's going to be hungry to redeem himself after that unfortunate event last game where he collided with the player, was given a red card, and suspended for one game. Right now, BYU is huddled up discussing their game plan. Like I discussed earlier, the keys to the game I'm sure they're going to be discussing is they're going to be working on sending extra attackers into Fresno's zone and try to create some goals by getting those extra man down in the box. And one important key for BYU will be to protect the defensive end. Oftentimes, when they do send extra defenders and attackers like Ethan Meyer, it leaves gaps in the zone. They're going to need Junior Latte and Mitch Scott to kind of fill those areas when they do have pinch defensemen pulling up in Fresno's defensive zone. And Fresno's getting ready, discussing their game plan. Like I said, they're very, very smart when it comes to sending in counterattacks. When they see those defenders coming up, they send extra attackers in. And it's very effective as far as they go. They have 11 goals for, so you can see they're high potent offense, and they have 8 goals against. So they also have some weak spots in the defensive zone, and I'm sure the Cougs are going to be trying to exploit that tonight. We're getting ready to square away, and here we are. Fuego looking in the mid zone, trying to find him some fancy footwork, kicking it back to number 6. Number 6 kicks it, crosses it over. Looking to kick it up to number 10, midfielder. Dropping it back, working it around each team member. Trying to find just the right spot to fire it in. Number 2 with some great footwork there, crossing over here on the sideline. Number 2 looking for the corner there. Couldn't find his offensive man, tripped up over there. Looks like we have a No foul called there on number 11. 18 just out of the box, looking for his team member to try to cross it over. Dribbling down the right side, finds number 6 in the box. He's going to cross it over, try to look for his first shot on net, and great defense there by BYU. It's going to bring up a corner kick. And it's going to be taken by number 10, Milton Blanco. He's going to be looking to swing it in the box here, see if any of his team members can maybe get a header in or a decent shot on goal. The kick is up, and a header just over the net. Good look there, though, just right where he wanted to look for a header in the box, just like we talked about, and just sails over the net. It's going to be a goal kick by Brendan Ottman, number 24, setting up his teammates. Ottman looking downfield. What a great kick across midfield. Looking for his offensive men. Bump from behind. It looks like it's going to be no foul there. They are going to call foul there. Push the BYU offensive men in the back. So BYU will pick it up here just past midfield. Ball kicked over to number 12. Mitchell Scott. Ball kicked out of bounds. Possession arrow is going to stay with, it's going to go to Fresno. Blanco is going to kick it in. Blanco has control of it now. Looking for his man downfield. Some great footwork. Kicks it back to his defensive man. Going to set it back up. Just behind the midfield. Looking downfield is number 6. Horde. Horde kicks it back to the defensive man. Trying to look for Blanco in the middle. Stolen away by number 6. Number 6 looking in the box. Trying to find his man. Can't. Gets it stolen away. Fresno back the other way on those deadly counterattacks. Ball sails out of bounds. Possession arrow BYU. Great look there by number 6 for BYU, which is Pemberton. Peyton Pemberton, great steal there to try to force it into the offensive zone of Fresno. Ball stolen away by number 12, Mitchell Scott. Ball sails a little bit farther from Mitchell Scott, but Scott gains control of it. Trying to look upfield for his teammates. Crosses it over. Nope, gives it back to Ottman, the goalie. Ottman's going to be looking to make sure he gets it over to his star defender, Latte. Latte takes great control of the field, one of the captains of this team. Great downfield pass to number 7, Ryan Botcherby. Ball sails out of bounds. BYU will still maintain possession. Kicked into number 4, Hunter. Josh Hunter leading scorer, kicks it back to his midfielder. Peyton Pemberton picks it up. Pemberton can't get a hold of it. On the counterattack, number 18 for Fresno. Fresno looking to get in the box, looking to cross it over. Some great footwork, flying past BYU defenders. Good D there by number 17. Tanner Whitworth on the defense there. Great D there by Tanner. Excuse me, that was Frankenhauser on the D there. Jaden Wagner with the throw-in, kicks it back. Fresno picks it up in the defensive zone of BYU, looking to get it in the box. In their offensive zone, goal shot on net. Great save by Ottman. Great shot there by Fresno. Ball kicked downfield by Otten. Great boot there. Got some leg on it. We're going to look at a quick replay of that shot by Fresno. We got to take a deeper look into that. Great shot. Down and low. Here comes number 7. Oh, wow. Great shot there. Ottman just barely was able to get his body in front of it. Good shot on goal there by Fresno. Fresno has control now, looking up midfield. Number 11 has control, looking for his player. Stolen away by BYU's number 12, Mitch Scott. Scott getting control, kicks it back to his keeper, Ottman. Ottman kicks it down by midfield, but not a good kick there. Stolen away by Fresno. Ball kicked out of bounds, however, just a little too far of a lead there by Arnaldo Jupa Capriano. BYU throws it in, finds Hunter. And Scott boots it downfield, looking for number 7, Whitworth. Back the other way, number 18, Diego Medina. He's flying through the middle, looking to cross it over, and he does. No one's there to get the pass. Capriano has it now, kicks it in the middle, stolen away, booted away, however, in fact, by number 14, Taylor Frankenhauser. Excuse me, Tanner Whitworth, correction. Frankenhauser kicks it away. Fresno picks it up, number 7. Fresno's had some pretty good control of tonight's game so far. They're kind of just, working as a team together, getting control in the offensive zone of BYU. They had the first shot on goal, and here comes number 10 for Fresno, trying to make it into the zone. Gets it stolen away, however. BYU picks it up, flying, just shoved in the back. No foul called. Crowd not happy about that. They're going to let the ref hear the boos on that one. Ball kicked away by Latte. Solid, they call him the wall because he just does such a good job filling in that defensive gap. Ball kicked away, picked up by number 10 for BYU, Vasconcelos. Fresno gets it back, however. Number 5 sends it into the middle to his attacker. Now they bring it back out to gain control. Gets it into Medina. Medina sends it in. Sends it back to Nuss. Nuss sends it into the offensive zone. Finds his man, Horde. Horde looking to cross it over. Finds Medina. Medina kicks it. No. Batted away by number 7 for BYU, Botcherby. Great D there by Botcherby. Fresno backs it up to the midfield. Crosses it over to number 5, Abram Campos. Campos sends it down the center. Great D by Latte there, heads it out. Ball kicked out of bounds. BYU with the possession arrow here. So far, it seems like Fresno's been dominating the offensive zone of BYU, and BYU has just had a battle. We're going to take a look at this replay here. Great defensive effort there by Latte, heading it over to his player and then knocked out of bounds by Fresno. Great play there by Latte. Like I said, he's known as the wall for his great defensive ability and his leadership as captain on the team. Hunter, leading scorer, finds his man. Kick downfield to number 7, Botcherby. Botcherby flying down the lane. Slows it down, waiting for his teammates. Get some good footwork here, slowing it down. Fresno defenders collapsing on pass too far out of reach for Hunter. Hunter could not get to it. Back on the counterattack, so deadly. Here comes Fresno. Finds his man, and there is an offsides call there. Let's take a look at an instant replay, if we can, about how a great offensive counterattack came from Fresno, but just too far. An offsides call. Here we go there. Leads his man, number 21, and just out of reach for Christian Chani. Ball booted downfield by Otten, looking for Josh Hunter. Wagner picked it up. Jaden Wagner, he's on that left wing there, as you saw.
Approximately where we're at.
Ball kicked over to number 5, Ethan Meyer. Meyer, one of those captains, good shot on goal. But easily picked up by the Fresno keeper there. Augustine Ray. Take another look here. Ethan Meyer sends it into the Fresno zone. Goalie just picks it up. Good effort there by Meyer. Great shot. He actually hit, I believe, I want to say a 30-yard shot from deep a couple games ago. Quite the impressive feat. He's got a great leg on him and great vision of the field. Fresno working its way back, but stolen away by Peyton Pemberton. Left winger Josh Hunter sends it in to Vasconcelos. The ball goes down. Oh, crowd not happy about that little extra hand push there on number 4, Josh Hunter. Josh Hunter just goes down and he just looks at the ref in unbelief. Not happy about it. If you're just joining us, we're in the first half of BYU versus Fresno Fuego. The number 1 seeded division team versus the last division team, BYU. Send it downfield by Fresno number 6. And defended really well there by number 12, Mitchell Scott. Ball thrown in by Fresno. Blanco finds his man. Abraham Campos was a good footwork there, sends it back to Noose. Noose looks downfield, looking for his man, and just batted away by that BYU defense. It's going to bring up a corner kick for Fresno. So let's take a closer look here about that defensive effort there. Just batted away by Frankhauser. Blanco's going to take the kick here for the corner. Number 10, Milton Blanco. Does a little short kick there, kicks it into Medina. Medina back to Blanco. Blanco, great footwork there. Gets past a couple defenders. Looks like they're going to call I believe a handball there. So it's going to be BYU possession. The ball just went past that goal line so that it ends up being a goal kick for BYU. Ball kicked out of bounds, possession arrow is going to stay with BYU. So I just wanted to remind you about our key factors of the game where BYU is going to need to send some extra attackers in the zone. Oh, number 7 on a breakaway, Bachabi flying in the zone. Just can't get a shot on goal. Great speed there by Bachabi, just like we were just barely talking about. One of the keys is they're going to need some attackers flying in there like that to get some shots on goal. Bachabi, some great speed there. Taking a closer look, Bachabi just flying down the lane. Just barely can't get a shot away. Well defended by Fresno's number 5. That's Abraham Campos. Great D there. It's going to be a corner kick, however, for BYU. Great kick into the center. Look for the header. No, can't quite get it.
Shot by Pemberton.
Oh, with the bicycle kick. Great effort there by Peyton Pemberton out of Salem Hills. Ball sent back into the BYU defensive zone. Ethan Meyer, the solid wall, kicks it down the field. Kicks it over to the right side. Well out of bounds there. Brumati, 29 for Fresno with the throw-in. Horde has it now with control. Trying to find his winger. He does. Medina. Stolen away by Myers. Excuse me, by Scott there. Great D. Kick downfield into Fresno's defensive zone. Whitworth has control now, sends it across midfield. Finds Josh Hunter, the leading scorer for BYU. Sends it over to Meyer. Meyer like we talked about, likes to go up in that offensive zone to be an extra attacker. Flying down the field is Frankhauser. Ball stolen away. Great D there by Brumati. You know, as we talked about, Pedro Vasconcelos has been quiet so far, but I believe, you know, he might have some pride in his heart because in his mother country of Brazil is going to be the 2016 Summer Olympic Games where the BYU men's soccer USA team will be playing. So, you know, he's got to have in mind that it's you know, something that's going to be in his mother country, and I'm sure he's got that soccer blood in him. And so we're looking forward to seeing what Vasconcelos can do tonight. Fresno has control now, going across midfield, finds his man, Blanco. Blanco sends it into the defensive zone of BYU, looking to cross it over in the box. Sends it back. Campos has control now, sends it in the middle. Back to Campos. Campos does a loft in the middle, looking for Blanco. Blanco looking, fakes the kick, now does. Great footwork across in the middle. Great D there by BYU. Number 6 is flying in the lane, looking to cross it over. Can he still control it? He does. Sends it back to Campos. Campos fires it in the lane, crosses it over with the header. Flies over the net. Oh, he's got it in the center, batted away, booted downfield. So far, we've seen that great offensive effort by Fresno, just controlling and having their way in BYU zone. Great D here by BYU, however. They're just, you know, making sure they fill in those gaps like we talked about, one of those key factors. Once again, crossing it over, batted away. Great play by the keeper, Brendan Ottman, not feeling any ill effects after giving that 1-game suspension for his red card. Looking solid tonight as a keeper. Easily caught there by Ottman on that replay. Great play. Josh Hunter kicks it across field, looking for his right winger, Ethan Meyer. Excuse me, Frankhauser. Whitworth. Crosses in the middle, looking for the header, no. Can't find his man. BYU's had some good chances so far, just haven't been able to connect too well on any shots besides that low ball that was easily caught away by the keeper. You know, BYU is known for their solid defense, and they just need to work on getting those extra attackers in the offensive zone and get some goals in that. Kicked away. Good shot there.
Shot by Hunter.
Great shot by Josh Hunter, the leading scorer. Goalie had to work to get that to that ball. You know, that was one of the first solid shots we've seen. Josh Hunter just sees a spot in the net, kicks it, and the goalie has to get over there quick to that ball. Great shot there by Hunter. Blanco sends it over to his left winger. Capriano. Capriano looking for his man. Brumati. Great D there by BYU, taking it from Brumati. Great play there. Bachabi has control of it now. Oh, Brumati just shoves him away. No foul called. BYU fans a little upset about that one. Brumati has it, sends it back to Blanco. Blanco gets it stolen away by Bachabi. Great D there by Bachabi, takes it away. So BYU gets control. Hunter sends it back to Pemberton. Pemberton has it now, hits it over to the right wing. Looking for Frankhauser. Frankhauser sends it up to Bachabi. Bachabi has it on the breakaway. Sends it in the middle. Pemberton looking for the header, not quite there.
Cross by Bachabi.
Great pass there by Bachabi, looking for Pemberton on the header just in front of the net. Great effort there by BYU. Capriano finds Blanco. Blanco, good footwork there. BYU on the attack. Great play there by Pedro Vasconcelos. That's what we're talking about. Starting to get a little bit of an edge there by Vasconcelos. Taking his time now is Capriano. Capriano gets it over to his other defender. Spurgeon, Trevor Spurgeon. Crossing midfield is Fresno. Noose has control. Battling was Latte. Junior Latte called with the foul. So Capriano is going to get the ball pretty just outside BYU's box there. Let's take a look here how Latte looking for the defense. See, he grabs that arm there, kind of pulls number 21 for Fresno, Christian Chaney, back a little bit. Latte kind of just saying, you know, that was a little light, but he's going to just accept it. It's going to be a free kick here. So you're going to see BYU setting up the goal box. Excuse me, setting up the wall to try to block that shot. So Latte, kind of a costly penalty there where Fresno's going to have a great opportunity to try to get it into the net here. Shot on goal. Looks like Blanco's going to take the kick. Lines up, trying to see if there's any gap in the wall. Kicks it low, batted away by BYU. Great D there. However, Fresno gains control again. Kicks it back to his man, Horde. Horde sends it in the middle, selling over to the net. Great D there by Whitworth. Just kicks it over to the corner. So Fresno will have a corner kick there. One thing I want to talk about so far, we're still seeing that high-powered caliente offense from Fuego, from Fresno Fuego. Those guys really know how to send into the offensive zone and look for their teammates. Here's Blanco again. He's going to do the corner, sends it in the middle. Looking for his man with the header. Nothing doing. And Frankhauser sends it away with ease there. Possession arrow is going to stay with Fresno. The throw in. BYU takes it away. Latte gains control, sends it across midfield. There to pick it up was Fresno, but picked up then by BYU Vasconcelos. Vasconcelos sends it in the middle. Taken away by Fresno. Fresno sends it down in the middle. Great footwork there by number 11, Nogales. Sends a shot on goal, just wide. Ottman, good sportsmanship there, picking up the Fresno attacker. Shot wide, just like we saw. Mango sliding, look at Ottman. What a guy, picks him up. You like to see that from Ottman, just like I said, after having that red card, to see some great sportsmanship coming from him. Blanco sends it in the middle. Fresno with the goal. Wow. Blanco, great play there to send it over to the middle. Finds his man, and Fresno taps it in for the goal. Crosses it over and finds 21, Christian Chaney for the goal. Great play there by Blanco. Just was easily, after the defender confronts him, he just taps it over the middle, finds Chaney for the goal. Great play there.
For exclusive league news and interactive content.
Fuego teammates yelling golazo. And if you don't speak Spanish, that means a monster goal for Fresno. Great play there by Fresno. Latte picks it up for BYU. BYU trying to slow it down now, to trying to gain some control and momentum back. Pemberton picks it up, Hunter. Hunter sends it across midfield, no one there. picked up the other way by Fresno. Soaring across the other end on the counter. Kicks it back to Latte. BYU gains control again. Sends it over to Scott. Back to his keeper, Ottman. Ottman sends it over to Scott. Scott on the left wing. Gains control, sends it in the middle to Frank Hauser. Hauser. Back to Scott, back to the keeper, Ottman. Ottman looking downfield. Wynn's gonna touch that one a little bit, but able to trap it there. BYU Meyer. Latte sends it back to the keeper. Oh, just misses it, and an own goal. An own goal. Oh, a routine play where Junior Latte sends it back to the keeper and just took his eye off it, and it is an own goal by BYU. BYU fans are troubled by the slight error there. Take a look at the replay. Latte sends it back to the keeper. Ottman just muffs it. Doesn't think it's going to the net, and it does. Chips over the goal.
In the 27th minute.
Ottman obviously frustrated about that. A routine play, I'm sure he does in his sleep. Own goal. So that is a 2-0 lead for Fresno Fuego. Their name definitely lives up for themselves. They do have a lot of fire coming from those guys. Latte has it now. Finds his man in the middle. Loses it. Fuego sets it up. Flying down the lane is Channy, the first guy that scored. Great kick there. Just wide. So it'll be interesting to see if BYU can maintain some composure after going down 2-0. Looking at Channy here. Great power on the kick just wide of the goal post there. BYU has great D, just had some crucial errors so far, and they find themselves down 2-0. But on the offensive end,
Shot by Bachabi.
Bachabi just wide of the Fresno goal. Great effort there by Bachabi. You see Bachabi in the zone. It was crossed to him in the middle. Tries to get a leg on it, just can't do it. Wide of the net. So far, we have seen that counterattack from Fresno Fuego just dominate in BYU's offensive end. You know, Coach Gillum has got some work to do on his hands, down 2-0. If you're just joining us, I'm Luke Beeston on play-by-play this evening at Southfield in Provo, Utah. Excited to have you with us. It's a great game so far, very exciting, with some exciting plays and goals that have happened so far. Once again, BYU is down 2-0. And we're at 20, just passing the 27-minute mark in the first half. BYU's got 3 shots on goal and Fuego just 2 and 2 corner kicks. So they've really capitalized, like I said, on that first crossover goal and that own goal there. Blanco falls over, no foul called. Pemberton sends it across to his right winger. Frank Hauser looking. Trying to get in the middle, crosses it over in the middle, nothing. Vasconcelos has it now. Some fancy footwork there. All the way from São Paulo, Brazil. Fuego clears it out of the zone. Little shaken up on the play is Scott after going for the header. Ottman over to Scott. Scott sends it down to left wing, stolen by Fuego. Fresno sends it down. Defended well there by Frank Hauser, number 17. So far, Fresno is just dominant, like I said, in the offensive zone and on their counterattacks, flying down right now. He's number 6 sending it back. That was Horde on the play, setting up the action there. Stolen away by BYU, sent back to number 3, which is Wagner. Wagner sends it over to 10, Vasconcelos. Vasconcelos sends it in the middle, easily batted away there by the defense from Fuego. Controlled now by Whitworth. Fresno has it in their defensive zone now, looking to cross it over midfield. Stolen away by BYU. Gets a shot on goal. Easily kept up by the keeper. Great shot there by Botcherby. Blanco kicks it in here. We're going to take a quick replay about that shot by Botcherby. Number 7, Botcherby, great kick there. Just could not get the angle he wanted to get the goal. Here it is now on the counter. And there's going to be a foul. And the official takes out the yellow card.
Yellow card shown to the
Crowd not happy about that light foul. They believe it was not warranted to receive a yellow card there. Let's take a closer look at that foul where the yellow card was given out.
Was that on us? Did you see? Jordan?
Looks like number 4 just barely clips. That's Josh Hunter clips number 6 for Fresno. And the ref saw a little bit something extra, a little extra sauce on that, so he calls a yellow card. Brings it out, brings out some color there.
So Fuego lining up for a free kick. Kick coming from number 10, Milton Blanco.
Here's Milton Blanco again. He's been taking a lot of this corner kicks and also the free kicks. He's been busy tonight. Milton Blanco was credited with the assist earlier today on the first goal that was scored for Fresno. Looking to cross it over the middle, finds a header just wide of the right post. He kicked it right where he wanted, but the header in the middle was just wide of the goalpost. Let's take a closer look here. Just wide. BYU looking to play with a little bit more pep in their step, finding number 3. Wagner, great play there. Finds his man, left winger, Botcherby. Looks like they're going to call an offsides there. It's going to go back to Fresno. Good attack there by Wagner, number 3.
Outside call on the Cougars.
Yeah, just barely offsides ahead of the Fresno defenders. So Fresno's going to take over here. Botcherby is not happy about the call. He felt that the defender was ahead of him. Would have been a great play there by BYU. No foul called on Latte. No break of the action. Medina looking in the middle. Great footwork there. Great speed. Scott there to pick it up. He's been active tonight. Great D there by Scott, able to knock it away from Medina. Great tackle there by Scott. Just able to take control there of Medina. It is going to be a corner kick, however. Milton Blanco again, he's very busy, very active on those kicks. He must be their designated corner kick and also free kick. Looks like he's been able to place it pretty well tonight. Crossing the center, just a little short kick today. They're going to set it up. Sends it in the middle for a header. No one there. Nonetheless, Capriano picks it up, finds his man. Stolen away there. Flying on the other end. Vasconcelos from San Paulo. Sends it over to Josh Hunter. A little mustard on that kick. A little strong for Hunter. Hunter is able to pick it up, however. trying to keep it in bounds, and he does, but stolen away by Fresno. Send it over to midfield. Number 11, Nogales picks it up, finds his man. Channy. Channy has control now. Finds his left winger. So BYU has had some great chances on the attacking and just haven't been able to connect sufficiently on their passes. Just need to be a little bit more crisp on when they send it over and try to get it into the box there for an open shot. Campos has it now. Great footwork. Good D there by Vasconcelos. Horde knocked away there by Hunter. Great save there by Ottman. Great way to get up the ladder. Ottman climbs the ladder and says, "No, sir." Ball crossed over, and Ottman, like I said, just climbs the ladder, says, "No, sir, no header in my house right now." Abraham Campos has control now. Sends it over to his winger, Capriano. Capriano to Horde. Sends it across midfield. Scott was there to knock it away. Frank Hauser picks it up. Looking for his man on the left wing there, just too ahead of him. Vasconcelos a little frustrated there. He thought that the pass should have been a little bit more crisp. Coach Gillum trying to coach his teammates, saying, "Hey, we got to get our passes a little bit more crisp here, guys." If you're just joining us, I'm Luke Beeson here, play-by-play in beautiful Southfield in Provo, Utah. We're just passing the 35th minute in the first half of tonight's match between Fresno Fuego and the BYU Cougars. Shot on goal! Wow, that was a great shot on goal there by BYU, but Agustin Ray was there to bat it away. Great shot there by BYU. They're getting the shot sufficient. They're actually ahead of Fresno in shots. They got 4 shots on goal so far. Just haven't been able to connect in the back of the net so far. On the counterattack, once again, the deadly Fuego. Has control now, taking his time. Waiting for his man to pull up. Finds Blanco in the middle, wide open. Great play there by BYU defender. Mitch Scott, I believe, was on the defense there. No, excuse me, it was Taylor Frankhauser. Great D there by Taylor. Batted away from Blanco in the middle. Header out of bounds, going to be maintained with BYU ball. Throw in coming. Let's take a closer look at that D there by Taylor Frankhauser. Frankhauser, great D there to steal it away from Blanco in the middle. It was a great opportunity for Fresno. And Frankhauser just said, "No, sir." Frankhauser also has a brother on the team, Seth. I haven't seen him tonight. Maybe coming in a little bit later. Looks like it's going to be a goal kick for Fresno after it being batted down. A little bit of shaken up player from Fresno on the play. It looks like it was number 29, Bruno Brumati. A little shaken up on his thigh there. So it looks like Fresno is sponsored by Bimbo, which is a bread company in Mexico. They also have the El Mexicano logo on the back there. So it looks like Brumati was just a little bit colliding with BYU player number 10 there, Vasconcelos. A little shaken up. Horde has it now, great foot control. Kicks it back to his defenseman. Noose. Nuss sends it back to the keeper. Good play by the keeper. Botcherby had some good pressure there on the Fresno keeper, just couldn't steal it away. Latte. Great D there by Latte. Picks it up. Great footwork. Finds his man across midfield. Once again, the pass just too far for Vasconcelos. Vasconcelos is raising his hands to saying, guys, you got to put the ball somewhere where I can get it. Vasconcelos trying to creep up on the Fresno defender. Pemberton picks it up. Peyton Pemberton out of Salem Hills, Utah. Great D there by BYU defender number 5, Ethan Meyer, the wall. Ethan Meyer pushed in the back, not happy about the no call. Once again, just out of reach for Vasconcelos, just shaking his head, wondering where that ball cannot just find him. Fresno has control now, finding Nogales. Nogales fighting with it. Sends it across midfield is number 5, Campos. Campos sends it up to Nogales. Nogales has control now. Defended by Frankhauser. Campos has net. Blanco sends it in the middle to Nogales. Nogales sends it over to the left side. Number 7 fires just wide of the right side of BYU's goal post.
YouTube is the league's official online video home, offering live games and feature content. Subscribe for free to the PDL YouTube channel today.
Just shot wide, like we said there from Fresno. I'd like to remind you that these games are on YouTube. You can subscribe for free at PDL. We'd love to have you join us for tonight's live coverage. Once again, I'm Luke Beeson on the play-by-play for BYU. Vasconcelos sends it over to the right winger. BYU has control now. Finds Pemberton in the middle. Shot just over the net. BYU's getting some good looks. They're just not finding the back of the net. Shot was taken there by Ethan Meyer, just a little high. You see Meyer just has a good look, but just sails it over the net, unfortunately, for BYU. So far, the goaltender for Fresno has been solid. And also, Brendan Ottman has been pretty solid for BYU. Like we said, it's his first game back after receiving that red card. He's been pretty solid. Had a little bit of a mistake there with the own goal, but nothing that he can't shake off. Hopefully that BYU can come back and maybe tie it up here. Oh, great cross there, just ahead of the defender. Can be offsides on BYU. You see Meyer send it over in the center, and just out of reach for Botcherby, number 7. You bet. Fresno sending it away down in the BYU defensive zone. Good trap there. Can't control it though. Across midfield is number 14, Whitworth, midfielder. Capriano has 3 people in the box. Can't find them. Great defense there by... It looks like... Let's take a closer look to see that defense by BYU. 2 men were on that D. It was Latte and number 5, Ethan Meyer, the wall. 2 great defenders, and the goalkeeper for Fresno kicks it out. Great opportunity there for Josh Hunter, but could not beat the Fresno keeper to the ball. Blanco in the middle once again, very active, sends it in the middle for Fresno. Stolen away there by BYU. BYU on the counter. Let's take a look by that counter defense by BYU. Great slide tackle there by Blanco and Meyer. Great D there. Like we said at the beginning of the game, Meyer is very well experienced, a great tackler on D, accompanied by his defenseman, Latte. Coach Gillum looking on. Coach Gillum looking on, hoping that his team can rally back into this game. They are down 2-0. Brumati sends it over to Campos. Finds Horde. Horde down the right side with some good speed. Great footwork there. Sends it back to number 11, which was Nogales. Nogales sends it over. No man there. Ball sails out of bounds. BYU possession. Vasconcelos. And that's going to be the last whistle. So it's going to bring us to halftime. Once again, if you're just joining us, we just reached halftime. The BYU Cougars are down 2-0 to the Fresno Fuego. So far, we've seen some great action here between both teams. Hope to have you with us for the second half.
Bring up the heat. I got no choice but to go hard. Bring up the heat. Turn up, turn up. Bring up the heat. Turn up, turn up, turn up. I got no choice but to go hard. Me and my dogs coming around, bet we gonna shut it down. With the America most wanted like Machiavelli in town. And I'ma show you what about no games. Bare knuckles, I always go hard in the paint. You think you good, I know I'm better. You don't want that drama, you don't want that pressure. You think you good, I'm better. You don't want that drama, you don't want that pressure. I'ma bring the fire, watch how I control the rock. And the way I feel like I can never be dropped. Nobody can ever tell me nothing, I already been on top. And don't ever, 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 ever think that I'ma stop. I'm the man of my city and I'ma let it be shown. I always gotta go hard cause I never stay home. Always bad to the bone and now didn't come along. My dogs right here way harder than yours. I got no choice but to go hard. Bring up the heat. Turn up, turn up. Bring up the heat. Turn up, turn up, turn up. I got no choice but to go hard.
No time to even the score, I'm here to destroy you. Running circles while you running your mouth. What you talking about? Turn around and look at the scoreboard. You done, I'll take the money, take the fame, leave your hobo. You thought you brought it, but I went hard and I crushed you. And when I'm done with you, nobody will employ you. The fans be screaming my name, but that's the name of the game. Cause I'm a beast, will be tame. You didn't know, that's a shame. On the field, on the court, I tear up the scene cause I bring up the heat. Number one and I'm wearing the crown. You going down cause I bring up the heat. Yes, I'm fresh and clean, I'm listening. Now kiss the ring, I bring up the heat. Cause I'm here to win, cause I'm a superstar. And I got no choice but to go hard.
Come on, push to the limit, I'ma give it my all. Come on, bring up the heat. You don't want that drama, you don't want that pressure. I bring my partner. Bring up the heat. They get it on in. Come on, I'm in my zone, let's do this. Come on, bring up the heat. You don't want that drama. Bring up the heat. Turn up. I got no choice but to go hard. Come on, push to the limit, I'ma give it my all. Come on, bring up the heat. go hard.
Hi and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for the second half of BYU Soccer between Fresno Fuego. So there were some exciting events that happened in the first half, mostly leaning towards the Fresno side with their offensive attack. As of right now, Fresno is up 2-0 on BYU. Let's take a closer look at the highlights of the first half. You're seeing BYU really hold their own on the defensive end, but just aren't getting the shots to go in the back of the net. Good sportsmanship there by Ottman, as we discussed. You know, he came back from that red card. Here we see the goal, the crossover from Blanco to Channy for the goal. Great play there by Fresno. Great teamwork. Here's the second. Great save. Ottman had some big saves in the first half. Fresno was just pounding and relentless on the offensive attack. Here we see the unfortunate own goal. You hate to see that because it's a common mistake that anyone can make. Honestly, it's, you know, you got to give it to them because it honestly is a mistake that's easy to happen. So I just wanted to mention back to our key factors of the game. We talked about how for BYU, they really need to get some more extra attackers in the offensive zone so they can find those goals. So far this year, they've only won 2 games, lost 2 and tied 3. And, you know, they have 7 goals for and 7 goals against. So kind of even there where they're not getting a very good number of goals in the offensive zone. So they really need to work on getting some more attackers, maybe some different schemes. I'm excited to see what Coach Gilmore will do for the second half and what adjustments he'll make. As far as Fresno goes, their keys to the game were always working on those counterattacks because BYU is bringing those defenders up, so they really were able to send some extra attackers, had some great counters, great speed from Fresno. Very active first half for star player number 10, Blanco. Really had some great corners, great teamwork, and you saw that great assist cross to Channy, number 21. Christian Channy. So BYU is going to be looking to, like I said, bring up the offensive zone for this next half. Great plays. They had some good looks on goal, but just like I said, could not find the back of the net. For the division leaders, Fresno, they're looking strong as always. I wanted to talk about a few players from the first half. Pedro Vasconcelos was active, but he wasn't receiving those crisp passes from his teammates. He's going to be looking to be a little bit more active tonight. Native from São Paulo, Brazil. He's got to have that Olympic summer games in his blood. Got to play for his mother country. And he's really got to be active for the second half if BYU can be, you know, in this one down 2-0. Great active defensive effort from BYU from Junior Latte, the captain, and Ethan Meyer. Mitch Scott was very active as well. He just recently returned from an LDS mission. Looked great, had some great defensive effort plays. And for the offense, Josh Hunter, you know, he was active. He hasn't quite found his shot tonight. Had a couple shots sail over the net, and he's looking to find one. BYU getting set for their strategy for the second half. What adjustments will they make? Once again, pleasure to have you with us. A beautiful evening for football or soccer in the U.S., as we like to call it. So, as of right now, you soccer fans are probably excited as well for the match on Saturday between Team USA and Paraguay for the Copa America. It's a great game, exciting game to happen. Colombia versus Paraguay was a good game. Should be an exciting one for Saturday for you soccer fans between Team USA and Paraguay. Getting ready for the second half, BYU versus Fresno. The clock's set at 45 minutes. BYU set to kick off. Vasconcelos sends it back to Latte. Latte finds Whitworth. Latte has control now. Finds his man. Sends it up the right wing. Oh! No foul called there. Ref says play on. Ethan Meyer was just absolutely depleted there. They say they're both going for the ball. No call, no foul. Continuing the action. Diego Medina. Horde has it now, looking for his man. Pressuring his BYU, trying to get some extra opportunities in the offensive end. Peyton Pemberton picks it up. Sends it back to Botcherby. Botcherby back to Pemberton. Pemberton lost it, stolen away. Blanco has it now, tips it back to his defenseman. Blanco sends it up midfield. Stolen by Latte. Great footwork there by Latte. Junior Latte has it now. Sends it up to his offensive man. Mitchell Scott has it now. Taking control, taking that chance to kind of that pinch hit. Excuse me, it was Whitworth, midfielder, that had it. Bat kick downfield by Fresno. Mishandled there by Scott. Picks it back up, sends it back to his keeper, Ottman. Controls it nicely. Sends it downfield. Way downfield. Botcherby can't quite get to it. Man, Ottman had a leg on that one. That one was probably about, I want to say, 60 yards downfield. Quite the kick there by Ottman. Got the strong leg. Ball kicked out of bounds off the foot of Fresno. Throw in there. A little long there. Vasconcelos finds it, no foul called. Sets it down the middle, just wide of the net. Ethan Meyer says he was like Tom Brady on that play, a little strength in the arm. Has his hands up. Trevor Spurgeon sends it over to his man, Noose. On the counterattack, relentless. Fresno finds his man, Channy. Channy sends it back to the middle, number 5. Wide open, number 7. Stolen away there by Scott. Great defensive play there by Scott to save that relentless counterattack from Fresno. Ball sails out of bounds. It's going to stay with Fresno. Just kicked out there by Mitch Scott. Looks like number 5 for Fresno, Abram Campos. He's a little bit shaken up there, kind of hobbling. Coach is trying to get his attention to see if he's okay, if he needs to come out. Looks like it's his left ankle. He's kind of rocking back and forth on it. Number 5, Abram Campos for Fresno. We'll see if it affects the rest of his game. Botcherby has control now. Ryan Botcherby sends it to the middle looking for Vasconcelos. No one there. Once again, Vasconcelos just kind of frustrated. The ball's not going to where he likes it to be. Stolen away there by BYU. Whitworth. Whitworth sends it back to Ethan Meyer. Meyer sends it up. Great pass there. Botcherby sends it in the middle. Pemberton. Peyton Pemberton sends it Vasconcelos. Vasconcelos into the middle. Botcherby with the shot just wide right. Once again, BYU is finding some open shots, just cannot connect with the net. You're going to see on this instant replay, Vasconcelos finds Botcherby and just hits it wide. Good effort there by Ryan Botcherby to get some type of leg on it. Back on the counterattack, here's Fresno, the relentless. Brumati taken out, good tackle there by Ethan Meyer, the wall. No foul called, no harm, no foul. Campos, he's still looking fine. Blanco sends it over to his right winger. Medina sends it in the middle of Blanco. Blanco looking for the return pass to Medina. Sends it in the center. BYU able to fend it off. Botcherby sends it up the right wing. Flying down the lane. Wagner. Wagner has control. Looking for his man in the midfield. Can't find it. Gets it over to his offensive man in the zone. Finds his way into the box, into the middle to Vasconcelos. Great move by Vasconcelos. Can he get a shot on net? Sends it back to Botchery. Shot on goal. Just wide.
Crossed by Botcherby.
Wow. Great effort there by BYU. Vasconcelos opened it up for Botcherby and just wide right. Let's take a look at this replay. Vasconcelos, good move over to Botcherby with the kick and just wide right. Isn't that the story for BYU tonight? You saw Botcherby there just banging his hand on the ground because he knows he had a great opportunity to put that one down. Blanco has it in the middle, good footwork. Looks like there's going to be a collision there. Foul called against BYU. Possession is going to stay with Fresno. So Fuego so far has been pretty caliente. They've been fighting pretty hard. They've been on fire. Just like their name, El Fuego. Pemberton, good D there, good slide. Ball slides out of bounds, gonna stay with Fresno. Pemberton got a great slide there. You know, it looks like we're gonna have another one of those great counterattacks by Fresno, but Pemberton was able to do a great slide tackle. Vasconcelos sends it back to his defender, Meyer. Meyer sends it up the right wing. To number 11, Coughlin checking in, a substitution for BYU. Coughlin on the right wing, wide open, trying to call for it. Botcherby trying to get it again, trying to get control is Botcherby. Hounded by the defender from Fresno. Botcherby sends it back, trying to cross it over. Looking for Vasconcelos in the center. No, decides to send it back to his defenseman. Sends it back to Meyer. Meyer sends it to the middle to Botcherby. Botcherby missed it. Ethan Meyer put it right on the foot of Botcherby and he couldn't connect for the one-timer pass. Ball shot on the ground, knocked away. Pemberton looking for the shot. Sent back, Meyer has control now. Excuse me, number 12, Mitch Scott. We're gonna take an instant replay look at that play. Pemberton has control now. You saw Botcherby try to get control, just hounded by the Fresno defender. Looks like there was extreme foul on the play. Looks like number 10, Vasconcelos is feeling it. Yellow card sent on. Ref pulls out the color. Vasconcelos is still down, grabbing his lower leg.
29, Bruno Bromati.
Just his leg swept out from under him. Looks like he kind of got the wind knocked out of him on the slam, and it looks like it
YouTube is the league's official
injured his left shin there. Took off the shin guard and was trying to see what happened. He went down hard. Didn't warrant a red card, just a yellow. Looked like the Fresno player was maybe talking about it a little more. Looks like Vasconcelos is up. Glad to see he's okay.
That's Pedro Vasconcelos.
Let's take one more look here at Vasconcelos. He goes down hard. Looks like that would have been his left leg that was swept out under. You see him there kind of clinching that and obviously in some pain. Ball kicked away by Fresno. Picked up easily by Ethan Meyer. Meyer has it now for BYU, sends it over to the left wing, trying to find his man Scott, can't get him. So you see Scott moving up as an extra attacker for BYU. He normally plays defense, but you saw him clear up there in the offensive zone, kind of as a left winger to try to give some extra shots there for BYU. There's Latte. Latte sends it over to Ethan Meyer. Meyer sends it over to a wide open Coughlin. Coughlin has a little bit of a slip up there on the pitch. Ball sails out of bounds, kicked out of bounds by Fresno. Possession's going to stay with BYU. Let's see if they call a corner here. Nope, just a throw in. Ethan Meyer has it now, centers it up to Botcherby, not quite there. Ball batted away, kicked away by Fresno. Booted downfield. BYU able to come up with it. Good to see Vasconcelos. He's still in the game. Looks like he's all right after that pretty gruesome slide tackle there from Fresno. Looks like we don't have the actual time right now on the scoreboard. We have some technical difficulties. We'll let you know. We'll update you on the time here shortly. Let you know if you're just joining us, Fresno is up 2-0 against the BYU Cougars. BYU has been pretty solid on defense besides that first goal, and the unfortunate own goal error is what's been there. Counterattack from Fresno. 2-on-3. Kicked over to the right side and sells out of bounds sideline possession. Flag BYU. We do have our time on the stream, so you are seeing the actual real time there. Junior Latte has control now, kicks it down, cross midfield. Finds Botcherby. Botcherby heads it away to Vasconcelos. Vasconcelos in the middle lane. Pass can't connect there. He was looking for Josh Hunter, but could not connect. Arnaldo Juba Capricciano sends it over to Blanco. Blanco has it now. Great footwork there. Finds it in the center for Blanco. Stolen away by Mitchell Scott. Scott sends it up to his offensive men. BYU flying down, not hesitating. Looking for Botcherby. Now Fresno gets back, has all of its defenders back. Good footwork there from Josh Hunter. Hunter leading scorer of BYU. Push down, crowd not happy. Push down twice. No foul called by the official. BYU fans not happy about that. Ball kicked away. Ethan Meyer picks it up, sends it back to Junior Latte. Latte sends it over to the right wing, looking for Coughlin. Coughlin has it now, looking to center it. Finds his man. Ethan Meyer centers it. Nothing doing. Meyer's not happy. Not happy with the official, saying, where were the fouls on that play? Official says, walk away. Nothing to talk about there.
Cougar corner kick.
You saw that play right there where Ethan Meyer tried to cross in the center. BYU player could not be found. BYU's going to have an opportunity here with the corner kick. Looks like Vasconcelos is going to go ahead and take the kick. Looking in the center lane, finds his man. Ball batted away. Latte picks it up, sends it back for a center shot, low, and just wide left. Good opportunities for BYU, but like I have said many times, just haven't been able to find the net. We'll take a look at that replay. Centering pass, finds Latte. Latte sends it back. Great opportunity, low kick, but wide left. Pemberton kicks it out of bounds. It's going to go possession to Fuego. Throw in from Fuego. Good slide there. Great play by Whitworth. Tanner Whitworth, he's been pretty active this game as well. Coughlin trying to defend there. Sent over to Blanco. Milton Blanco sends it back over to Abraham Campos. Campos sends it upfield. Capriano. Big kick downfield, Channy. Little push in the back, no call, no harm, no foul. Good D there by Latte. Latte and Channy having a little bit of a discussion there. Ethan Meyer sent back the wall. Oh! Looks like the official gets it back, takes a look at the foul, doesn't like it. Fresno player not happy. It looks like Ethan Meyer was looking to play the ball there, and maybe was mistaken where the ball was, and kind of got a little physical there with the player, but no card. So play continues. Coughlin's wide open on the right side. Calling for the ball. Streaks down the field. Coughlin going for it. Really turn on the Jets. Great D there by Fresno, but good recovery there by Coughlin. Good hustle. Coughlin still fighting. Slips down. Obviously exhausted after such an effort to just streak down the field there. Offsides there on Fuego.
Offside call. Substitution for the Cougars coming out, number 6, Peyton Pemberton. Please welcome onto the pitch, number 15, Christian Guthrie.
Peyton Pemberton is going to check out, and number 15 is going to check in for BYU, Kristen Guthrie, an outside back. You saw that effort there once again by Coughlin. You know, he was a substitution. He's really making an effort there to try to get a goal in the net. Good streak there. Coughlin's not liking that. Players talking back and forth. Blanco, Milton Blanco sends it back. Blanco calling it for it again. Blanco has control now. Sends it back to the keeper, Agustin Rey. Rey downfield. Looking for Channy. Christian Channy looking for him. Streaking down the field is Diego. Diego shot on goal, blocked away by BYU defense. Easily picked up there by the keeper, Brendan Ottman. Sent downfield to Coughlin. Coughlin has it now. Coughlin crosses over to the left-hand side, looking for number 4, Hunter. Josh Hunter has control now, looking for a shot on goal. Sends it back to Vasconcelos. Vasconcelos fakes the shot, now shoots it. Great shot there by Vasconcelos, but the goalie is right where the ball was sent. Let's take a look at that shot there. Vasconcelos fakes the shot, sends it down, and the goalie was right there to save it. Great shot there by Vasconcelos. Had some great heat on it. But once again, the ball could not find that nylon string in the back of the net. Let's take one more look there. Fakes the shot. Vasconcelos sends it with some heat. And the Fresno goalie just there at the right moment. Great play there by BYU. On the counterattack now is Blanco. Milton Blanco finds his man. Streaking on the left side is number 29, Bruno Brumadi. Brumadi has it now, centering pass. Channy with this almost for the second goal. Knocked away there by Otten, but he's down with some pain.
In goal for the Cougars, that's Brendan Ottman.
Great save there by Brendan Ottman. Great save there by Ottman.
Yellow card showing to Fuego's number 21, Christian Cheney.
Clearly upset here as coach for Fresno, making a statement that he can play that because the goalie came out there. A little shaken up is Ottman. Great play there by Ottman to have a great effort there. The yellow card was called there on number 21, Christian Chaney. Here's the relentless attack of Fresno, centering pass. Finds his man, stolen away there. Vasconcelos has it now. Sends it up the left side to Botcherby. Botcherby has it. BYU now on the attack. Sends it over to Hunter. Josh Hunter sends it in the middle. Light pass there. Whitworth flying down the center lane. Drops it back to Vasconcelos. Vasconcelos, some great footwork. Vasconcelos has control. Centering pass. Just off the foot. Just off the foot of Ryan Botcherby. Great centering pass there by Vasconcelos. Oh, you saw the replay there. That Vasconcelos had a great footworking pass. Puts it right on the foot of Botcherby. And he just can't connect with the shot there. Unfortunate. Great play. Once again, you're going to see this crossover by Vasconcelos trying to find on the right corner of the net. He was looking for Coughlin. Substitution coming in for BYU. Botcherby's going to sub out, and number 8, Dessett is going to come in. Or excuse me, is it Jacob Miles is coming in, number 8. Vasconcelos sends it over to Coughlin. Coughlin has it now, centering pass. Headed away there by Fresno. BYU has really come on with the attack here. Really trying to match the intensity of Fresno. Fresno has control, sends it back to the keeper, Agustin Rey. Trevor Spurgeon has it now. Abraham Campos sends it to the center. Wide open number 11, which is Alvaro Nogales. Nogales has control, sends it back to Blanco. Blanco sends it back to Nogales. Nogales over to the left side. And Cipriano cannot hold on. You see the pass here from Alvaro Nogales looking for Capriano. El Arnaldo Juba Capriano. Couldn't find it. Agustin Rey, keeper for Fresno, boots it downfield. Great play there by Tanner Whitworth. Number 8, Miles, picks it up. Miles sends it over to his man. Fresno hits it downfield. Scott picks it up, sends it in the middle. Miles looking for a lob pass, just too deep for his man.
Substitution for the Cougars coming out, number 3, Jalen Wagner, and number 10, Pedro Vasconcelos. Please welcome off the bench, number 18, Connor Porter.
Some subs are coming in the game for BYU. Looks like number 16, which is going to be Anderson. Anderson's going to come in as a defender.
Hey, as long as you start seeing it, that's it.
He's going to check in for number 3, Wagner,
It's the next one, next one.
and number 18, Connor Fordham is going to come in. He was the one we mentioned earlier that was injured, usually a starter for Jaden. Looking like he's feeling good tonight. So let's see what Fordham can do coming off that injury like we discussed in our pregame show. BYU boots it downfield. Easily gathered by Fresno. Alvaro. Excuse me, that was Trevor Spurgeon. Latte picks it up. Finds Coughlin. Coughlin stolen away by Campos. Campos flying down the middle of the field. Sends it up to Nogales. Nogales has it now with the left side. Nogales looking to keep control. Hounded by Latte. Great D there by Latte. Let's take a closer look by the D by Coughlin and Latte, just hounding number 11, Alvaro Nogales, making sure he doesn't cross that ball over.
Substitution for the Fuego, coming out number 7, Arnaldo Cipriano. Please welcome onto the pitch number 3, Joao De Rosa.
Cipriano's going to check out for Fuego, and number 3, De Rosa is going to check in. One more look at that play there. Latte says he did not touch Nogales, and it didn't warrant a foul either, so it looks like play will continue. Blanco has control now. Stolen away by Ethan Meyer. It's going to be a corner kick for Blanco after it was booted out of bounds by Ethan Meyer. Meyer thought he bounced it off Blanco, but the ref didn't see it that way, so it'll be a corner kick for Blanco again. Very active with those corners and free kicks. Ball sent downfield by BYU. The lone defender, number 17. Trevor Spurgeon has it now. BYU defenders looking to pinch, move up. Gianni tried to defend, but picked up by BYU. Latte has it now. Latte sends it over to the right side to Coughlin. Coughlin, number 11. Good footwork there. Gets by one defender, sends it to the middle. Just too strong for number 16, Anderson. Agustin Rey has control now for the goal kick. Rey boots it downfield. Looking for Channy. Channy heads it. BYU steals it. Miles gets control. Miles down the left side. BYU fans wanting a foul, and the ref saw it as well. Here we go. BYU is going to have an opportunity here with a free kick. Looks like number 21, Christian Cheney is going to check out for Fresno. And number 22, Nick Moon is going to check in, a forward for Fresno Fuego. Josh Hunter is going to take the free kick here. Number 4, Josh Hunter, leading scorer for BYU. Let's see what he can do here. Hunter lining up, dialing this one in, trying to give BYU a chance. kicks away off the wall of Fresno. Hunter screaming handball, but no call. If you're just joining us, we are just entering the 76th minute of tonight's match between the BYU Cougars and the Fresno Fuego. BYU Cougars are down 2-0. Agustin Rey boots it downfield for the Fuego. Junior Latte, however, steals it, picks it up for BYU. BYU loses control, kicks it out of bounds. Possession flag is going to go. Appears to the Fuego.
You get a yellow, bro. Come on.
We're going to take a look here and make sure it was off them. Off BYU. Yep, it looks like number 11 for BYU kicked it out of bounds. Cameron McLaughlin. Thrown into Nick Moon. Nick Moon, number 22, recently checked in. Got a full tank of gas, full energy. McLaughlin sends it back to Ethan Meyer. Meyer stolen away. Meyer trying to get it back. And that was Fordham. Recently checked in, Fordham. Fordham streaking down the left side, wide open, trying to find him. Ball a little behind him, a little bit of a lazy ball, but Fordham comes up with it. Fordham sends it back to Josh Hunter. Hunter has it now, looking to cross it over. Sends it back. Back to Josh Hunter. Hunter some good footwork. Trying to move his way in the middle. Sends it back to Fordham. Fordham controls it now. Josh Hunter picks it up in the center. Trying to find a shot, trying to set it up, and stolen away by Fuego. Milton Blanco picks it up. Number 10 for Fuego. Sends it over to number 11. Nick Moon has it. Sends it over to Blanco. Blanco has control. Good tackle there by Junior Latte. No harm, no foul called by the official. Game continues on. Blanco is still down for Fuego, making a slow get up. Aggressive defense there by Junior Latte. No foul called. Great slide tackle. Solid tackler. One of the captains of the team is Junior Latte. Great player. You're going to see Latte there. Great defensive tackle there. Great slide tackle, and then comes up again with another defensive play. Little bit of a I would call it an aggressive play there by Junior Latte. No foul called, however. Ref saw it as clean, so no harm, no foul. Play continues. Throw in by Fresno, stolen away by BYU, headed off by Fordham. Kicked away by Fresno. Latte heads it downfield. Battling was number 15 for BYU, Christian Guthrie. Good battle there by Christian Guthrie. Closer look at this. Number 15, Christian Guthrie, trying to battle for position, and Blanco just kind of shoulders him, grabs his arm and pulls him down. Ref's going to call a foul. BYU coach Gillum isn't very happy about the substitution there. BYU fans not appreciating the delay of game here by the Fresno Fuego. Oh! Good look for BYU. Just the keeper was there to snatch it. Let's take a closer look at that quick play. BYU had the chance here. You see Coughlin center in the middle. And it looked like it bounced off a Fresno player, and number 12 for BYU, Mitch Scott, was looking to put it down, but the goalie quickly snatches it away. Let's take one more look at this. We center it in the middle. You see number 12, Mitch Scott, almost there to put it down after the centering pass from McLaughlin. Got an injured player on the field for Fresno. Obviously in some deep pain. Looks like his shoulder is in some pain. His left shoulder grimacing in pain here is one of the players from Fuego. Hope that he's all right. We hate to see a player go down in any sport. Coach Gillen for BYU is saying just give him the card and keep going there. He's worried about the time that's being shedded off the clock. Injured player for Fresno was number 11, Alvaro Nogales, grabbing that shoulder, still in some pain.
For Fresno coming out, number 11, Alvaro Nogales. Checking number 12, Felipe Sosa.
Being helped off the field here by the trainer. Good to see him get up after in pain considerably by that shoulder. Coach Gillen for BYU not happy about the delays and the substitutions and the time being shed off the clock. Thrown here for Fresno by number 29. No foul called. Bruno Brumati clearly upset after that. No call for Fresno. BYU in the offensive zone, number 16. Trying to center it, can't get it. Number 2 for Fresno just battling him. Sergi News is just battling Cougar player number 16. Let's take a look at the play here by number 16. Anderson. Anderson was just looking in the offensive zone to try to center it. Couldn't get it to his man. Michael Anderson, I believe, was the player number 16. BYU looking for the bicycle kick, just wide right again. Good effort there by BYU. Number 8, Miles, had the opportunity on his right foot, and the ball sailed right of the net. You're going to see here, hitter by BYU, and then a bicycle attempt, ball deflected, and then Miles just wide right. BYU controls it. Ethan Meyer sends it downfield. Light pass. Bruno Murati. Brumati not happy about that one. Got away from him. Mitch Scott sends it downfield. In the middle now is Michael Anderson. Anderson trying to find his right winger. Guthrie couldn't get him. Collision at the field here. Ref does have his card out. He's going to call a yellow card there on Fresno. Let's take a look at that collision at midfield. Oh, Wow, number 17, Tanner Whitworth was just taken out, swept there at midfield. Ref did warn a yellow card for that, excuse me. BYU has it now, looking for Fordham. Finds his man in the center, looking for a shot. BYU off the leg of Fresno. Tries to get it in there on the left-hand side. Crowd was into it, looking for that ball to go in the net. Still couldn't connect. There was Josh Hunter. Had a great opportunity there on the left-hand side. Let's take a look at it. Josh Hunter again just sells it over the net. Had some pressure from behind there by number 6 defender for Fresno. Elliot Horde was all over Josh Hunter on that one. So Hunter didn't have a good look at it. Fresno on the attack here. Sends it over left side to Moon. Moon with the shot. Just wide of the net. Nick Moon there. One of the check-ins, one of the substitutions late for Fresno. Looking pretty sharp here with a lot of energy and some couple shots on goal so far. Once again, let's take a look here at the shot by Nick Moon. Almost hits the left side of the net. Ottman, however, was all over it. I knew it was going wide there. Going to have a substitution here for Fresno. Diego Medina is going to sub out for number 13, Anthony Torres. Anthony Torres going to check in for the first time for Fresno. Just passing the 88th minute here in the second half of the game between BYU and Fresno Fuego. BYU down 2-0. Despite great efforts BYU's done to create some offensive shots, you've seen great shots by Josh Hunter, their leading scorer, and great crosses from number 11, McLaughlin. Stolen away by Brumati. Brumati, number 29, going down the left side. Looking to cross it over to Nick Moon in the center. Brumati, some good footwork there. Great defense by Junior Latte. Was able to have some great D there by Junior Latte. Latte not happy about the possession arrow given to Fresno after his great defensive effort. You see Latte really battling. Fresno bench not happy after no foul was called in that last play. Let's take a look here. Looks like Latte again, some physical play from behind. Aggressive effort by Latte. He's had a couple aggressive plays tonight. No card warranted for the foul there, or no foul called either, just an out of bounds. Great defensive play there by Junior Latte, aggressive. Headed upfield there by number 15, Jacob Mile. Christian Guthrie. BYU finds it at midfield. Looking to the left side for Fordham. Taken down was number 17, Whitworth. Looks like it was going to be a foul was called. Looks like there's about 3 minutes of stoppage time, so 3 minutes for BYU to see if they can get on the board here. Centering pass. Josh Hunter trying to hustle over to it, can't quite get it. If you're a soccer fan, it's been an exciting evening with a lot of offensive attacks, a lot of great defense by both teams, and exciting efforts. You know, one thing coming into this game was great weather, great night for a soccer match. The pitch condition was perfect, and both teams have been battling hard. This is the #1 team in the division versus BYU, the last team in the division as of right now. But a great match, great efforts on both teams. Ottman, you see snatching away. Brendan Ottman clears it out to his midfielder, number 15, Whitworth. Number 15, Christian Guthrie. Apologize. Christian Rey for Fresno. Boots it downfield to keeper. Whitworth picks it up. Tanner Whitworth brings it back out. Sends it to Mitch Scott. Tanner Whitworth sends it over wide to number 2, Michael Anderson. Anderson finds Ethan Meyer. Number 15, Christian Guthrie, really battling hard as a substitution late for BYU. Josh Hunter not happy after he was on the ball looking for a shot in the center and just was shoved away. Couldn't find it. Fresno here, Felipe Sosa is trying to just run the clock out of the stoppage time. Foul's called. Great defense there by Latte. Delay of game there kind of called on number 12 after he was just kind of laying there by the ball. Miles has it now for BYU. Trying to get on the board as BYU in this offensive zone, setting everything they got in the zone. Foul called on Brumati. BYU's gonna have an opportunity here for a free kick from the right hash, just outside the box. Josh Hunter is going to be the one taking the kick. He's going to look to line it up, try to get BYU on the board for a goal. We're in extra stoppage time right now, past the 90th minute. So there's got to be just a couple more ticks left on the clock. And there it is. After the kick, the game is over. The final score tonight is Fresno Fuego 2, BYU 0. Great match overall. Pleasure to have you with us. Once again, I'm Luke Beeson on the play-by-play. Thanks for joining us on our cast on YouTube. We'd love to have you every evening. Just a few games left in the season. If you haven't caught a game live or on our YouTube channel, we'd love to have you. It's exciting. Both teams play really well in this PDL league. Some key players tonight. I wanted to highlight a few. Junior Latte played great on the defensive end, had some great stops, some solid tackles. Also, Mitch Scott, he was very active, played the whole game alongside his defender, Junior Latte and Ethan Meyer. All defenders except for Jaden Wagner played the whole game, had a great effort on the defensive end. Besides that, one goal that was let in early on. Besides that, there wasn't too many errors on defense. On the offensive side, I wanted to mention Josh Hunter, very active as well, trying to cross it, trying to find the bottom of the net. Ryan Botcherby, also number 7, had his chances. The ball just was not finding the back of the net. It was on either side of the goal posts, and it just couldn't seem to put it down. Lastly, I wanted to mention and congratulate Coach Gillum. Well-fought game. Once again, his first season with BYU, and also already an improvement from last year where they didn't win a game. And now, look at them. They won 2 games, lost 3, and tied 3. So BYU is, well on their way for a great team. Congratulations to the winning team, Fresno Fuego, with a goal by number 21, Channy. Christian Channy with an assist from Milton Blanco, number 10. Very active as well for the Fuego. Always looking to cross, setting up his teammates. Very active from the corner. Kicking and free kicking side of things. Great officiating crew tonight. Caught a lot of fouls and really had a good effort there from the officiating crew. Once again, thanks for joining us in beautiful South Provo. I'm Luke Beeson for tonight's cast. Thanks for being with us, and also special thanks to our production crew, for all our camera people, photographers. Beautiful shots tonight with a beautiful evening here in South Provo. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're going to do a quick highlight reel just to recap what I was mentioning throughout the game. I wanted to show you a few different players and the successes they had tonight. First, let's take a look at this play. Great save there by Otten, although he was a little shaken up. Great effort there to stop the third goal from happening for Fresno. You see a middle pass there for Fresno, picked up by Ottman again. Just highlighting his first game back, some great saves from Ottman. Brendan Ottman, number 24, the keeper for BYU. Really kept BYU in the game despite the early error. Here's a play here across from Vasconcelos, and number 7, Ryan Botcherby, couldn't find the net. Just a deflected header there. You know, all in all, Vasconcelos also is very active, setting up his players, looking again for Botcherby. Just couldn't find the foot there from Botcherby to put it in. Looking for the deflected bicycle here, and it was Miles that just missed the right side of the net. Kind of the story we have is BYU had plenty of chances, but just kept having their shots veer off to the right. Once again, just a great shot here from our production crew of the Moon. Beautiful evening tonight. I'm sure the fans just had a beautiful time live spectating, and I hope you enjoyed it on our YouTube channel. Once again, please join us at all our games, and a special thanks to all our production crew. Thanks for joining us tonight. Have a wonderful evening.